Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is
Rose Crafty Corner. Welcome back to all of those who have been and viewed us before. Welcome to anyone who is new. And I hope you do enjoy what you see today and that you will be a returning viewer as well.
Come along for the crazy ride.
Now, we are primarily a cross-stitch channel, if you haven't been here before and didn't know that. But occasionally we do show some other crafts as well.
And today we have some of those other crafts to show.
So keep an eye out for those. Now, last time we did mention that we were hoping to get over 150 subscribers before we filmed today, and we did it!
Yay!
So thank you to all of our new subscribers for coming along and hitting that subscribe button. And remember, if you do want to be notified about all of our future videos, hit the little bell icon and set it to all.
Yeah, and then you won't miss a thing.
And then you'll be told whenever we've got a new video out, and you won't miss one. So.
Just one more thing that's like a little milestone for us. This is our 10th Flosstube.
Yay, 10!
Number 10. So that's pretty cool too. So yeah, we're all about hitting the milestones.
Yes. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we did want to, while we're talking about numbers, go over our numbers for April.
Yep.
Our total stitching numbers. So I did a little bit better in April than I had done the previous couple of months.
You did?
So I got to 7,172 stitches.
Well done.
So it was a little bit better. I still had a few days where I didn't do any stitches and a few, days where I didn't do a lot. But I did also do a few days where I got a fair bit done. So, it was a better month for me. So
it was a better month for me too.
You just keep beating it, don't you?
I know, right? So like if you guys were here at the beginning of April, end of March, when we did our totals for March, I was quite surprised with how much I accomplished in March.
Yeah.
And again, I've beaten it and I'm quite surprised again. And I'm like, I don't know how I keep doing this, but obviously I'm doing it. So the totals I got for April were 21,457.
Wow.
And I am just like, what? So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing any differently. Like, I mean, I've had a lot of rest time.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I don't know what I'm doing any differently. So I must just be, I think I find it very easy when I'm doing fill-in. So if I have a pattern and it has like a big block of colour, I'll do the outline and then I can just fill it in. And I find the fill-in goes super quick. So I'm guessing maybe that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, it depends what pattern you're working on sometimes too. Because I find like when I'm working on Hedwig, for example, it's got a lot of confetti stitches within
which
the
takes
full coverage.
Time, yeah.
So I'm constantly, changing threads. Whereas if you've got a good block of colour, you just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, and you don't need to keep referring back to the pattern all the time because you know that you've done the outline. You know that everything in there is that colour.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Yeah.
My needles are on fire. I've broken a couple of needles last month too. So, but it's not surprising. The amount of stitches I do, it's not surprising.
No, that's right.
Anyway.
All right, before we move on to our new starts and everything else, you may remember it was Rose's birthday last week. And I did give her a present which had some stitchy stuff in it, and I had mentioned that I couldn't show you guys until after her birthday. Rather than make her wait or leave it here or bring it back or whatever, we just did a little quick insert video on the actual day of her birthday, and so we'll just pop that in here. Hi everyone, it's Rose's birthday today. Happy birthday, Rose.
Thank you.
We thought we'd just do a quick little insert video of her opening her present from me, only because otherwise it would be like another 9 days before we're filming again and she wouldn't get to have her present. So we thought we would do that today on the actual birthday, and then she can take her present home and enjoy it.
Yep. You see our little head, like if we lean forward, can you see it says happy birthday?
We got a few birthday things going on.
Better than mine.
We've had a little fun morning out, had a little bit of a pamper session, and had our favourite lunch, a bit of Japanese. It was so yummy.
And they look after me when it's my birthday because they do little extra special things.
They do. It's really nice and very sweet of them because we're regulars there. Anyway, so we'll get straight to it. We'll start with the birthday card.
Okay. The birthday card.
Birthday card first and then present.
I kind of feel a little pressure. Like I've never opened anything on yet.
No, it's fine. Just react as you normally will. Well, that's why I wanted to. So Ro hasn't seen any of this stuff yet. No, and not all of it is Stitchy related, but some of it is.
Here is the card. So
that was the Doreen Jones pattern that I chose to do for Ro's birthday sale month. It was called Happy Birthday Cake, and it was a freebie on the Doreen Jones Facebook page from 2019. If anyone is wanting to look for that, we will link it.
Cute. And I love that you did it on that multicolored spotted.
I did, yes.
It's like confetti fabric.
Yeah, because the actual pattern had like French knots, and I'm like, you know what? If I do it on a confetti fabric, I don't have to do the French knots or beads or anything.
Totally, I would have done the same thing.
And I used my unknown colours, my own unknown threads from it. So some of it was changed a little. Of course, I had to do purple in the border instead.
I love it. You know me so well.
So,
I love it.
So that was a very personalised one that I did there. So that was why I couldn't show it when we've been talking about Ro's birthday sale and the Doreen Jones pattern, because it was for a birthday card. So
so I suppose that doubles up as one of your finishes.
So yes, I will be able to now put that up as a finish. And then the rest of the present is in this lovely purple bag. So
my favourite colour.
I will hand that over to you, and you can go through that.
What do I start with?
That is up to you.
I can see there's a couple of little goodies in here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just pull that across so it's not in the way. Oh, a tea towel. I love tea towels. Oh, yes. Hello, summer. Oh, yes, that's so me.
It's not summer now, but
that's okay.
I did buy it when it was heading into summer.
I still have a Christmas tea towel up at home, so it's okay. It's all good. Hello, summer.
So you probably don't remember. This is kind of Stitchy related in the sense that we were on our way to the retreat last year when we stopped off at that little shop, and that was where I bought it. Because you said, oh, I like that tea towel. I'm like,
okay. I've just taken the tag off so I can show you guys the full tea towel. So flamingos, pineapples, palm trees, sunglasses. That's so me. I love that.
It's nice and bright.
Ice creams. I don't think I really want to use this. I just want to hang it up in my house.
Well, it's yours. It's up to you what you do with it now.
Like, how gorgeous is it, though? Yeah. Cool.
So that's one thing.
Oh.
Now, this is the one I was working on last year that I kept saying you couldn't see it. And every time you asked me what I was working on, I said, nope. I was actually telling you.
Nope. Yeah. She was working on, because it says nope, not today.
So this is a pattern from Soda Stitch that I bought. It is very customized. I was actually going to have the picture here to show you, but I forgot. I will show you after.
Okay.
I'll put it up for you guys to see. But I, again, used my unknown threads for this one and changed pretty much all the colours.
I love the colours you chose.
Yes.
I'm tickled pink, guys.
So,
or should I say tickled purple?
I think it was this one that I've made purple was like a mustard colour. And I was like, I didn't like that at all. I didn't think you'd like that. I'm like, one of them has to be purple. And then I did this one blue because I think it actually was blue in the pattern. And then I think the green one was next to
the blue.
And I didn't like the green and the blue next to each other. I'm like, I have to swap them over.
Yeah. I like it how it is. I really like it.
Because this one is like clearly got like I don't know, strawberry kind of flowery something in the hat. Yeah. This was actually over here.
Uh-huh.
So I basically had to swap them around. I had to do the bodies as they were in the pattern, but then I had to kind of fudge it around the beard and the top of the letter because I couldn't just do a complete swap because of the letters.
Yeah. Because
I
it
couldn't
would
swap
have
the
been
letters around. So I kind of made it harder.
EOPN.
I made it a bit harder for myself than it needed to be. But
even if it was EOPN, it'd be like still nope, but it'd just be like brain fog nope. I'm not with it today.
So anyway, it's very personalised.
It's gorgeous.
So you can pop that somewhere nice at home.
And I can have that up all year round.
And you can have it up all year round. And anytime anyone says something to you, you just point to it and go, nope, not today. I thought it was perfect.
Well, I could even just take a photo.
The saying and the gnomes, it was just perfect for Ro when I saw
love
that
the
pattern.
gnomies. Oh, what's this?
Oh, Sid. Do you know what these are?
Yes, I do. Do you want to explain?
You'll have to show them.
You're better explaining it than me.
So these are, for anyone who has a Lowry stand, you might know that Q-snaps are rounded and the Lowry stand is like squared off. So these are 3D printed by my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And they hold, well, that goes, this is the top.
Oh, okay.
The smaller one is the top, regardless of which base you use. This one is to use with a grime guard, and this one is to use without a grime guard.
Ah, okay. So
things are making sense to you now, aren't they?
Yeah, because
I've been asking random questions.
Yeah, Kylie was like, "Do you use grime guards all the time?" And I'm like, "Not really." Like,
so I was like, "Okay, well, we better do both."
Yeah.
We better do both.
So let me show you the difference in the depth.
So, yeah, one's a little bit deeper than the other one because obviously the grime guard builds up part of that depth. So
that's so cool. I'm going to have to I'd love to just give your hubby a big hug.
Oh, you can do that later.
Yeah, because that's cool. So, that's awesome.
Yes, because I've been using them myself and they're really good.
And I saw you use them and I was like, how are they going? And,
Yeah, and it holds it in place a lot firmer because sometimes when you're using a Q-snap and the Lowry stand, it can sort of move a little bit because the Q-snap is rounded.
Yeah, I've found that sometimes.
So that clamps on to the Q-snap and then goes into your Lowry clamp. And you don't need to tighten it up much. You need to undo it all the way to fit it in, and then you just tighten it up a little bit. But it stops it moving sort of up and down. It holds it more straight. So
sometimes I've had it move and I'm like, oh, I haven't got it tightened up enough. And
you don't want to
conscious of the fact that not tight too tight because I don't want to break the Q-snap.
Exactly.
Or
so thread, well, you still need to be a bit gentle with those, but they will help hold it firmer. Awesome. So next part. So I did a little sneaky.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first one says, raising husbands is exhausting. I'm not crazy. My mother had me test it from Big Bang Theory. Yep. And it's 3:00 somewhere, so let's have a cocktail.
So these I bought from Amanda from Magical Minders, and very sneakily said to her,
she kept this a secret for me too.
Yes, she did. And thank you very much, Amanda, for that. Yes, I said to her, now I know Ro was looking at this and this and this one. I'm like, if I get them, you have to make sure that she doesn't go and buy them herself because it's for her birthday. And she's like, yeah, no, I'll work something out.
I think she told me she was out of stock at this one.
Well, she probably is now because I might have bought the last one.
Well, maybe
at the time,
but that might have been a way of making sure I didn't buy it.
Yeah, that too. So every time Ro has said, yeah, I've got some on back order with her, they were unavailable, I was like,
yeah. But I'm
sitting here, but that's okay.
I'm quite patient to wait for them because I'm like, well, I mean, I've got enough needle minders to sink a ship.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean to say that
so
I've
they
got
are
enough.
Needle minders. We didn't actually say
Yeah, sorry. They are
if you didn't work that out, they are needle minders.
They'll have to come out on a project that I'm working on. So I've got my birthday start here, so maybe one of they
if we get to sit down a bit later, we'll see.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Now these,
I feel so spoiled.
These I made myself.
Oh my god.
Okay, so show these ones first.
Yeah, these ones?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should I'll put them against the here.
Yeah. So these I have shown you guys before that I made some of my own decorative pins or counting pins, whichever you want to use them for. So I decided I'll throw in a couple. And
I've been with Kylie when she's picked up pins and beads and different bits and pieces, and I'm thinking, well, she's going to use them sometime. So
yeah. And like I made them, and they were sitting when I had them all sitting in the autumn owl, so they weren't hidden. It was only kind of
Well, it was that I didn't
spur of the
realise.
moment. No,
Yeah.
I didn't intend. Like, I sort of had you in mind when I was doing like purple ones.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
But I didn't sort of have a plan exactly for them.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I was putting your present together, I'm like, oh, I could put a couple of those in.
Yeah,
so.
awesome. I feel like I've been so spoiled. Alrighty, now we'll put
now
these ones on.
These I'll have to explain. So
Yes.
this is actually another idea I got when I was watching Cross Stitch the Globe. They bought a pack that had these things and a couple of other things. I can't remember what the other things were. But you hold one and I'll hold one.
All right, yeah.
So these are called froggers. So what they are is they've got a little charm on them, and I've actually put Rose's name in the letter beads on there. And of course, this one's got a little elephant on because Ro loves elephants.
Yeah.
And that one has BFF on it.
Thank you.
And they've got a needle on them. So if I take the little stopper off, they've got a needle on them. It's a tapestry needle, so it's a little bit more pointy than your normal cross stitching needle. And yeah, they're called froggers. So basically, this is what you use when you need to frog your stitches.
I so could have done with these over the last couple of days.
I know. It wasn't your birthday then.
No, I know.
So the idea behind these is that if you're using the needle, because you don't want to use your good needle.
No, that's
especially like we use the ball tip needles.
I used to use a ball tip needle.
They shred the threads if you're trying to unpick them sometimes.
But also because I'm quite firm with holding it, I've broken a couple by doing that. So I've stopped using.
So you don't want to use your good needle to do your frogging.
Yeah.
So you use these, and if you drop it, you'll see that on the floor because it's got the beads and stuff on it.
And trust me,
so you won't lose your needle. And I thought that was a great idea. And I actually did look up the company that Cross Stitch the Globe got theirs from, but they did not deliver to Australia.
Oh, unfortunate.
So because I was quite prepared to pay for them. But
I like
in the end, I made them and I personalised them for you.
Yeah, that means more to me. Like, I'm not disrespecting anyone, but it means more to me that you've made it because it's come from your heart.
Yeah. So, and I was able to, like I said, I found some elephant charms.
That's so cool.
While I was making them for you.
Yeah. Did you make yourself some? You did.
So the elephant came in a 2-pack.
Oh, cool. So you matching elephants.
So I did that one, and I did myself another one as well, which I forgot to put in here.
Okay.
But, that's out in the other room because I'm going to keep one in here and one out there. So depending on where I'm doing my stitching, then I've got froggers too.
The reason why I needed frogger in the last couple of days is because the part I was stitching, I had issues with the grids lining up, and I just had to use my old counting pen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I've got, and I dropped it many times. Yeah. And I was like, I've lost the needle. I've lost my counting pin.
Well, so that gives you sort of something a bit more substantial to hold on to. And if you do drop it, it's easier to find.
Yeah. Oh, and I recognise the fabric.
I did not make this. I actually bought this from the de-stash market that we went to.
Oh, and was I not around?
You were at the other side of the stall.
Oh.
And I discreetly said to the lady, I said, I want one of these bits for a birthday. So she said, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So
it's got quite a big, deep opening.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm like, you can use that for whatever you like.
That's awesome.
But I had to get that because it was so very cute. It was so very you.
And why I say I recognise the fabric is because I've actually got this fabric.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
And this was another thing that I got.
Hopefully this one was
from the nest when I went the other week without you.
Well, it was lucky you went without me then, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
you're still thinking of me.
Well, I saw it and it wasn't very much. I'm like, I can throw that in the present too. And I'm like, I don't know what you're going to. It's an ion transfer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you'll put it on, but I'm sure you'll find something, whether you put it on a T-shirt or a project bag or something. You'll figure out something to do with it, I'm sure.
I would probably put it on a project bag and then maybe have the vinyl front project bag. So then when I don't have anything, I could still see it. You know what I mean?
On the inside.
And it would be protected on the inside. So, yeah.
Very true. So that was very cute.
So
and
cute.
Because of course,
so
Ray loves elephants. So, you know,
Yeah.
anytime I can find something with elephants, I know it's going to be a winner.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been so spoiled this birthday.
You have.
I'm actually really happy because usually I don't get a lot for my birthday, so I'm like happy with anything, but I've been really spoiled, so I'm so happy.
Yeah. So that's everything.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to do a quick little insert video, and yeah, we'll link to the patterns that I stitched for her, and
I love my little gnomies.
So, and we will now go back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, thank you, past Ro and Kylie, for that.
I loved my present. I mean, you guys would have seen it, but yeah, I just and now that I've had the chance to use some of the things that have been in my present, I'm just like, I love it. It just makes it so much easier. Like, how did I do this before I had this? Like, I don't know. Like, it's mind-boggling, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I did just quickly want to show you. This was the other little frogger that I made for myself that I forgot to have in this room when we did film that little video. So I thought I'll bring it in today and show.
Sweetest little bee on it.
It's very cute.
So cute.
I'm quite proud of that one.
Yeah.
I really like it. So I thought
Well
I'd show
done.
that today.
Very proud.
Okay, now we'll move on to our new starts. So I've had a couple of new starts since we saw you last. I did mention last time that one of my plans was to start Lest We Forget from Stitch Wit. So I made a little start and I did 201 stitches, which puts me at 1.42%. So just a little start. I think I only worked on it for the one day. So
that red looks so good on the black.
It does. Very nice. So that is Lest We Forget.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one I did, this is a little project.
It's tiny.
It is tiny. And I don't have a cover photo to show because I picked this little kit up, I think, at one of the D-Stash markets.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little floral bouquet. And it is on a 22 count hardanger. And it's 1/1. So it's very little. And I have to hold it. I can't put it in a hoop or a Q-step or anything because it's so small. But it came with its own little frame to go in. And I'm just putting 1, maybe 2 threads in that each day to get that done. So it has a total of just under 800 stitches. And
wow, really?
Yeah, I know. And I've done 246 stitches, which puts it at 30.94%. It's not one I'm counting for challenges or, you know, anything. I'm just doing it because it was a little kit in my stash and I need to work my way through my stash.
That's
that's that one.
So that's the 2 new starts.
So, and I do have another one, but it's also finished, so it'll come later. So you have to wait for that one.
Okay.
All right. You've got a new start?
I do.
Or 2?
I've just got one new
just
start.
The one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a decent one, though.
It is a decent one. And I did it for my birthdays because I wanted a birthday start. So this is, there's no names for these ones because it's by Emma Congdon out of the Cross Stitch for the Earth book. And it's design number 14. But I'm going to be calling it Wild and Free. So if I can let them maybe take it a little bit closer, maybe.
If you get too close, you'll side there. That's pretty
good. So I'm loving this. And the reason why I'm loving this is because of the fabric. It's a hand-dyed fabric. And I worked it out to be 19 count. And it's just so easy to glide the needle through, the thread. It's beautiful to work with. I don't want to put it down. And that's a sign of a good pattern and a good fabric and good threads and all the rest of it, that you don't want to put it down. So when I first looked at this one, I looked at the size of it. And because the model was stitched on 14 count and this is 19 count, because it's been hand dyed, it was going to be smaller than the 14 count size that they'd stitched on. And when I measured it out on here, I was like, no, it's way too small. I don't know, it was something like 7.5 inches by 5.5 inches or something. And I was like, no.
That is pretty small.
No, that's too small. I want this to be a statement piece because I'm, started it for my birthday. So what I've ended up doing is stitching it over two.
Mm-hmm.
So it is bigger than, what the 14 count would be.
Yeah.
However, I'm loving it. And I've had to make a couple of changes with the colours because of my fabric. So just under the tree here where it's the sort of creamy white colour, I've had to change that colour, and I've had to change some of the colour in the rhino. And so I will continue that down with the elephant underneath. And that's just because of the beautiful modelling on the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my new birthday start, and I'm loving it. So
excellent.
It's very addictive, this one.
Very good.
On the Wild and Free, I spent 3 days on that one, and I got 1,852 stitches in. So yeah, I'll be picking it up again very soon.
Excellent. All right, so now we'll move on to our whips. Mm-hmm. So we had the Strident sale the weekend after we filmed last time, I think it was.
Yep.
So I worked on the 80s movies sale, 80s movie night sale.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say it wrong. So I've gone pretty much down as far as I can before I hit the Q-snap.
Yeah.
So I started working my way back up. So I've got the movie reel to finish in the middle there. And then I'll have to move the Q-snap, I think, at that point.
And then you can start doing the inner borders.
I'll start doing the border right around the inside, and then it'll be time to start the movies. But let's not get too excited because this is not done yet. And I keep looking at it thinking, oh, it's close. I'll be able to start doing the movies soon. No, not quite. It is 32.38% done. So it's still quite a bit to go, although that will be, I think, including the outer border, which I'm not doing until after I've put the movies in. But I got 1,167 stitches into this one.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Quite pleased. I'm really liking how that's coming along.
You'll be overtaking me in no time.
I will. Because I'm actually working on mine.
It's funny because, the ones that we do together, Kylie's usually more advanced in it than I am because I have so many other different ones to touch. However, with that one at the moment, I'm winning the
but I'm
race.
Catching you.
You're catching
because
up.
I'm actually working on mine every month and
you're
not.
Yeah, totally.
So we also said last time that we were doing Mania, and I was doing Mystery Mania. So I spun my wheel, and I actually spun up one that was a new start that I haven't shown yet, but that I have since finished. So when I finished that one, I had to spin the wheel again to pick something else, and it spun up Titanic. So
love this
on
one.
Titanic, I got 1,004 stitches done, and it is now at 12.18% done.
Wow.
So I've got a little bit more room to come down here. And then I'll have to move the Q-snap on that one. And I think that will be my first page done by the time I get down there a little bit.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
So that'll be nice, and I can move on and hopefully get some more colouring because it is a bit tedious doing all these blacks and greys. And it was nice when I got to do the purple over here. So, I'll move over and do the ladies' dress over there and such. So
yeah, that's looking so good.
Yeah, and because I went to Stitchy Catch Up last weekend, I actually got to talk to the lady who I have said before, but if you are new, I picked up that kit on a freebie table at a retreat that we went to, the first retreat we went to. And I've since then found out who actually left it there. So I got to have a talk with her on Saturday about it and show her because I took it with me. And she actually showed me the picture of the one that she replaced it with, that she preferred. And it was one of the ships sort of almost kind of coming at you on the slight angle. And it was really nice too. But again, a lot of dark colours in that one. So I can imagine that would be one that she'll work on a little bit at a time just to
I think with the Titanic, you can either think it's dark colours or really light colours being the iceberg.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So I don't think there was an iceberg in her picture. It was literally just the ship on the water.
Yeah.
Whereas this one's got all the different details and
yours has got a lot of details. Yeah.
Sort of the different parts of the journey.
Yeah, almost like a collage.
Yeah. So so that was really good to be able to show her. And
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's nice.
So,
what have you been working on?
I was working on the Strident cell as well. And I started working on Stroke of Midnight by Shelley and Christine. And this was the one that we were talking about last time that I got inspired to pick up by Cross Stitch the Globe ladies.
Yes, because Alison on Cross Stitch the Globe loves Cinderella and does a lot of Cinderella projects and has a lot of Cinderella projects, but she hasn't even started yet. So.
A couple of our friends and myself have nicknamed this one Cinderella because it is a pattern of Cinderella, and it's called Stroke at Midnight. So I have done super huge chunk of this.
Yes,
I'm so proud at how much I got done. I worked on it for 5 days. Brace yourself. I got 4,188 stitches done.
Wow. That's a good solid chunk.
Yep. And not to mention I had to frog some of this as well.
Yeah.
Because what had happened was when I came down here to the skirt and in under the skirt here, it'll show up more once I get the Kryonic and stuff in. The chart has a pattern the called for colours is like a olivey green, kind of grey green colour, and I just felt that it wasn't working with the purple.
No, because you've changed it. It was charted in blues and you've changed it to the purples. So that colour probably looked great with the blues.
It did. It looked, and even our other friend Dawn, when she did hers with greens in the dress, even that charted colour in the underskirt looked really great.
Yeah,
but it was just my personal preference that I don't think it suited the purple. So so I ended up choosing to replace it with 738 and 739 DMC, and it's more like a honey caramel kind of colour. And I thought that worked really well. So obviously I had to unpick all the olivey green and put that in, and I'm very, very happy with the colour I've chosen now, so I'll just keep going on with that. And I can't wait to get some metallic threads and beads on it, but I need to be patient and wait and get all the DMC done. So markup is telling me it's around the 38.72% mark, but it's not exactly right because in the markup it's still counting all the background. So I mean, I bought the paper pattern and we had to scan it in. So I just hadn't removed all the background from it. So
it can take a little bit of finessing to get it to be right from a scanned pattern into markup. Yeah.
But I was just so proud with how much I got done of that skirt. And like as I was working it on the days, I was like, I don't really feel like I'm getting much done. But then when I looked at the beginning shot and then the end shot of those 5 days, I was like, oh my gosh, like wow. So that was that one. And then I worked on, and obviously this is because of Mania now that started. I'm on
You're doing Mindful
Mania. Yeah, so I'm only choosing, I've got 6 projects. So it includes the Wild and Free, and it includes this one. And this is Nutcracker Stocking by Donna Cooler, and it's out of one of her Christmas books. I've done 5 days on this one and a grand total of 2,880 stitches. And
good.
This one will end up being into a Christmas stocking when it's finished.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
So I've done quite a bit on this one. I had a little bit of frogging on this one as well because obviously with the ribbons that come around, I'd misplaced like one row of stitches, and so then that set everything else off.
Yeah.
So once I'd realised what I'd done, I was like, okay, well I just need to unpick it and put that extra row back in it. And I'd had some points where I wasn't feeling so great over last week, so I wanted to make sure I waited until my head was clear I could figure it out, and it was really easy to figure out once my head was clear.
Yeah.
And then I fixed it up and continued on, and I'm loving it. So I don't know what it is about this one, but maybe it's the colours, the bright colours.
Very bright colours, it is
because
nice.
I do like bright colours, and I think maybe that's why I'm so
easier to work with
it.
too when you're on a white or a black background, to have nice bright colours that just really stand
out. And
I
think because the picture of it comes together so quickly that it feels like I've got a lot of progress in a short amount of time. So that's all I've been working on. So I mean, that's really short and sweet for me, isn't it?
It is for weeks. Yeah,
that's my mindful mania for you.
All right. Now I had a finish. It's actually a SAF. It's a start and finish, and it is Hello Winter, and that is from Kate Stitcher Cross Stitch Designs. It is a free pattern that is available on her Facebook page, and she also has summer and spring available as well. She hasn't released an autumn or fall one yet, but I'm hoping that she will do soon.
Yeah.
So that I can do all 4 seasons.
That might be the next one that she releases, because
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's already done the other seasons.
Yeah.
So this one was 797 stitches, and I think it took me about 3 days.
Yeah.
And I already have plans for how to finish it.
Yeah.
So you'll have to stay tuned to see for that one. And I just used my unknown threads for that. And it was the fabric that I hand dyed myself a little while ago that I did show you guys when I did use the pearl grey Rit dye, and I've cut it into the fabric into 4 pieces, and I'm going to do 1 season on each quarter.
Well done.
So that's my finish.
It's very cute.
You didn't have any finishes this week? You've been busy doing other things?
Yes.
This fortnight?
I had one other craft project I worked on.
Is it finished?
No, it's not finished, but it's
a whip, I guess, technically.
Yeah,
it's a before.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I'm jumping ahead.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. So as I briefly mentioned, I wasn't feeling so great. And so I didn't have the concentration to be able to count for the cross stitch, and I didn't want to stuff it up and frog it and all the rest of it. So I picked up my crochet hook. You all know how I love purple. So I decided that I wanted to make myself a infinity scarf for winter, so I can keep my neck warm, and I don't like anything that is too high up around the neck. So what I've done is I've made this long enough that it will have a bit of a hang, so it's not going to choke me. So do you want to hold that side for me, please? And this is how it is made. So you just go backwards and forwards in rows, and then at the end you join the 2 ends together. I've just dropped the ball of wax. Join the 2 ends together, and obviously you can pull it on and off your head. So I picked up this particular pattern from it's called Easy Infinity Crochet Scarf by Melanie Ham, and I've followed Melanie for quite a number of years, and she has the easiest tutorials. So if you do want to start crocheting, or if you want to pick it back up again after a little while, she has very easy tutorials, and her projects are always great, in my opinion. So excellent. And it's so nice, and how soft is that?
Very nice.
It's nice and soft. So I'm hoping that's going to be nice around the neck.
Very good.
Yeah.
So I showed you guys my finish.
Yeah.
Now I did also have an FFO.
Yes.
I don't know if you've noticed behind us there's been some changes. Right up on the wall there, you can see that I actually framed my 2023 mini challenge bobbins from
Creatively crafting.
Yeah. Through her Facebook page, which is Free Cross Stitch Challenge.
Yes.
So she released a bobbin every little pattern every month, and there was 4 bonus ones in there. So I have shown you guys that one before, so I thought I'll just stick it on the wall and you can see.
Yeah. So if you do want to do that pattern, we've linked to it before, but we'll link to it again. it's through her website now. It's not through the Facebook page anymore.
Yeah. But there is a challenge on for this year if you wanted to join up
Yes.
that one.
It's cupcakes this year.
It is
isn't
cupcakes this year
Yeah.
because we know some people who are doing that one, and it's very cute too.
I'm watching along with great interest.
Yeah. So I thought I'll put it on the wall because you've seen the finish and it's just been framed now. So that's my FFO.
Awesome. Well done.
And then we are moving on to plans.
We are moving on to plans. Yep.
Right. So as we've mentioned, we are both doing Mania. So I'm doing the Mystery Mania. So I was actually going to do my wheel spin now.
Yeah.
If this works. Let's find out because it's on my iPad. So if we can get it and it's not too blurry, then I can actually hit the button in the middle. What's it going to be?
The one right in the middle of the two blacked out ones. Victorian Charm?
It's Victorian Charm. So that's what I'll be working on for the next fortnight.
Awesome.
And then my other plans are to FFO this one, the Hello Winter, and my 2023 planner, which was also by Creatively Crafting. So
you're going to work on Victorian Charm for the whole fortnight?
No, I will work on it for a week.
Yes.
And then I will do another wheel spin.
Okay.
So
where can they see your next wheel spin?
We're now on Instagram. So I've actually, if you didn't know that already, I have actually been posting the picture of my wheel spin to show you guys what I will be working on. So you can follow us on there and see what's coming up.
We are both very, very new at Instagram.
We are. We're still learning.
So, we'll try and keep up to date with it as much as we can. Yeah. Remember, we're beginners.
Yes.
Got to start somewhere.
So help us along if you can.
That's it, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that sorts out my Mystery Mania.
Mm-hmm.
And you're continuing with your Mindful Mania. So what
Mindful Mania
next in your Mindful Mania?
Be stained glass elephants and also a flamingo stocking.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the next
2 weeks
for the next fortnight. Yeah. So stained glass elephants will also be ticking off one of my Whip Go squares, which is let me get this right because it was number 5. I remember that.
Yes.
And it was a stitch on a pattern with 5+ pages for 5 hours a day for 5 days in the week. Well, for 5 days.
Five.
Yeah,
Lots
all the fives. So I'll be starting that one today. And we'll be going through with that one. And that will also help me with the Whip Warriors group, Beat the Modmin and the Focus Project. So I'm using that one project for 3 different challenges.
That's the way to do it.
So see how we go, hey?
Yeah.
So that one I'm hoping, I'm not sure whether I should, because I keep going backwards and forwards, whether I just continue on with the black and get most of the black done because, there's a ton of black, or if I concentrate on that top left-hand corner and get some more of the background done. So we'll see.
We'll see next time what she decided to do.
Yep. And then we have...
So for Whip Go...
Oh, yes, Whip Go, yes.
I have completed one of mine.
You have, yes.
For May already.
And she's been so good.
And I have something to show when we get to haul.
Yeah.
And the other one of mine is the number 5 one. And for me, I set that as stitch on a whip that contains food. And because it's Mystery Mania, I can't plan what I'm going to be working on. There is no food in Victorian Charm. No. So
let's hope you spin up 80 Sal the next time.
Because that does have
food in
that
there.
one does, yes. Yeah. I don't have a lot of whips with food in it at the moment. But if I don't get it done this month, it just means it carries over to next month or whenever until I get it done.
Yeah. And you're bored, your rules. So
that's right.
Yeah. Also, so we've got the cross stitch catch up that I will be attending in the next fortnight, and I will also be, part of my plans is also to continue on with Wild and Free.
Okay.
I just, you know how much I'm loving it.
Yep. Okay.
So that's all the plans.
That covers the plans. Yep. All right. So now we're on to haul.
Mm-hmm.
So because we mentioned Whip Go, so the box that I did tick off was number 19, I think it was, and it was to kit up and start a new project.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did that.
Well, yes, I did. I started this one.
She started that one, but she also kitted up.
I started that one, and I've kitted up about 3 others.
Yes.
That I.
So you well and truly ticked it off.
So I well and truly ticked it off, and I got some little Christmas goodies. They've got little reindeer pictures on them, and they're a couple of little chockies, and they are from Henley Chocolates, which I'm assuming is in the UK somewhere, because what I'm using is the advent calendar for last year from Caterpillar Cross Stitch.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. I got some treats for later.
And that's why I was referring to that. She's been so good. She hasn't touched them.
I didn't eat them. They made it to filming. So I did show them on Instagram for those that have seen them.
During the week, you were like, I want some sweet treats.
You're like, didn't you get some? I'm like, yeah, but I can't eat them yet.
You've got more
willpower. Well, I put them away.
Yeah.
Where they were
that does help.
So, if you hadn't said anything, I probably kind of forgot about them.
Yeah, well, luckily I did say something, because you don't want to forget about them and then not have them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I didn't want them then.
Yeah, that's right. True.
Remind me.
You can eat them for afternoon tea now.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Cup of tea and a chocolate.
Yeah.
All right.
So, we could go so many places.
Yeah, anyway. Continuing on.
Yep.
So you went to Lincraft.
I did.
And they had 50% off sale or something, 40%.
Yes, I think it was a 50% off sale.
Yeah, I think it was, because
yes, it was.
While you were there,
definitely.
You picked up some ball tip needles for me, because they were half price.
You did, and I got some for myself.
So we love these ball tip needles. And I was actually asked at the last Stitchy catch up, what is the ball tip needle? And it is that they have
a ball tip,
literally. I don't know if that's going to show up at all, but they literally have a ball on the tip of it. So it makes it easier to find the hole in your fabric.
So Kylie likes to use size 26, and I like to use size 28.
Well, it depends on what I'm working on. As a general all-purpose one, I do use the 26, but for anything that's sort of like finer. I've started using that on something I'm working on. Is a 20 count. I think it's the Quiet Please. So I've actually been using the 28, size 28 needle on that one, because it's a bit finer. And
from what I know about them, you either love them or hate them.
We're not the cheapest needles in the world, so when you can get them on special, then
and then when I saw the special, I messaged Kylie and said, "Hey, look, I'm here.
Do you want some?
Half price. Do you want some?" And she was like, "Yep,
grab me some."
Sure.
Yeah. So, what else? Did you get anything else
from
Lincraft?
I did. I got a few bits and pieces. So, I wanted to get some. I wanted to look for some beads for Cinderella, which we were just speaking about. And I'm still not 100% sure which beads I'm going to use, but now at least I have some options.
Yeah.
So I got some gold beads, little seed beads. I got some clear, I don't know, is that going to show up? They're like little clear seed beads. Does that help? Maybe. I got some silver ones. Yeah, that's better. And I got a whole bunch of these. Oh, actually, I got these little beads as well, because I was trying to look for purples, and all I could find was like a purpley blue color, and I'm not sure that they're going to work. So if they don't, I can put them on something else.
Sure.
And I got a whole bunch of these little scissors, because as I was walking out the door, I saw that they were on sale for like 75 cents each or something.
That's cheap.
So I got a few of those in different colours, green, black and yellow.
Yeah.
And ball tip needles. And then I just got some chenille and beading needles, hand needles. And the reason why I got the chenille, well, obviously the beading for the beads, but the chenille needles, because I got this particular yarn, the baby blanket yarn, and I'm going to be using this as like piping around small pillows that I end up making. So I wanted to have something especially for this, you know, to use and to keep together. So that's to sew that on.
Very good.
That's all I got from Lincraft.
That was it from Lincraft?
Yeah.
Right. We also had I had a trip to Aldi.
You did.
They had a sewing sale on. So I got myself a couple of rotary cutters, a couple of different sizes there.
It's good to have a big one and a small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So depending on what
because they have different uses.
Yeah. So I got one of each of those. They were only like $5 each.
Yep.
They had some licensed fat quarter packs. So of course I got the Harry Potter pack, didn't I?
And Kylie picked up the Winnie the Pooh pack for me.
Yeah.
So it's got 5 different fat quarters in there.
Yeah. And they also, and we both
I got to bring one.
That's okay because it's the same.
It's the same.
Got this little, now they call it a pencil case. I'm calling it an ocean's pouch or something. I will use it for something stitchy related, of course.
Yes, of course.
But it says, it's got the Central Perk logo in it from Friends and says, but first coffee.
Definitely.
So I thought that was really cute. So I'll be putting that in a bag with my little bits and pieces.
And then Kylie showed me this and I was like, oh, I love it. So it's actually a sewing box.
Yes.
And it's got an insert, but I've just taken the insert out. But, you know, it's like a normal sewing box. And it's all Parisian, you know, Paris themed. So I was just like, yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So you'll put that to good use.
Yes, definitely. I might actually start putting in my beading and chenille and you know, all the things for finishing for cross stitching there. And I also got a cutting mat as well.
Yes. They had those with the rotary cutters in the same area.
So just an A3 size cutting mat, so I can take it with me if I need to go somewhere or if I need to bring it here.
Well, they had A3 and A4 size. So
yeah.
Yep. Depends what you're doing.
So that's all I got from Lincraft. Aldi.
Yeah.
And then I went to an op shop and I picked up some patterns and I've been finding it harder and harder and harder to find things at the op shop. So either people are cottoning on and going to op shops, or there's just not as much. And but anyway,
either way is possible.
I picked up some Teresa Wentzler patterns. So we've got English Garden Sampler, and I'm pretty sure that she's retired now.
I think so. I'm sure I heard that too.
A Wedding Sampler. Sorry about the glare. Noah's Ark, which I really like this one. And Footprints. That's quite a nice one with the wording. And then this one is by Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. It's prize-winning mini samplers. So there's a few different sort of samplers in there. And so I picked those ones up and I was like, that's good.
It's cool.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy with that. And I think that's all of my haul, other than all my physical haul.
I have one more physical haul.
Okay.
So this coming Sunday is Mother's Day here in Australia.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. And so I was given a little budget I could spend for Mother's Day.
It's nice when you get a budget and you can spend on stuff you want.
Yes, that's right. You know, I said to my husband, as nice as flowers are, they just die. I don't get to keep them. I'd rather have something I can keep. So I bought a project bag from Rose Crafty Corner.
Yeah.
And that's just got like measuring tape on it and it's very cute.
Yes, it is very cute.
And that's just, it's got a purple lining.
Yes. I like to do a light coloured lining because I find that I like to make things that suit the need. So I try not to put a dark lining in because when you are trying to get in there and get something quickly or trying to find something, the darker the lining, the harder it is to find.
Yeah.
The lighter the lining, it's like, oh, there's the pin or there's the needle or there's the scissors or whatever else.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So and that's one of the small size.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will find something I can put that in.
Let's put one of these A4. So it's a very much bigger than A4 pattern.
But it would fit in there easily, and you would fit an 11 by 8 Q snap in there probably.
More than likely, yeah. Have you got one on handy?
Yeah. Well, that's the back of Titanic. Don't look at that back.
So yeah, that would fit easily in there.
Yeah,
and your threads and your pattern.
Everything. Yeah. So I'm quite happy with that, and I will find a nice project to put in that one too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we had some digital haul. Part of my Mother's Day present as well was I bought myself a pattern that I've been eyeing off for, I reckon, close to a couple of years now.
And she only just recently told me about this. And I was actually quite surprised because I didn't think that this would be your style of pattern.
Yeah.
And when you told me, I was like, wow.
I've seen people doing it before, and I'm like, I kind of like it. And I'm like, do I like it enough to buy it or not? And it was on sale a little bit.
Well, that's always good.
A little bit of a discount's always nice. And then because I had this Mother's Day budget, I'm like, you know what?
Let's go for it.
I'm going to get it. So it is called Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio.
Yep. We're not sure if it's Lila's or Layla's Studio.
Or Lila's. Yeah, it depends.
We had a discussion.
I think it depends on your pronunciation, where you're from and all that.
Where you come from in the world, yeah. So, So you may know it by either.
Yeah.
That's the point of
Lila's or Leela's.
Leela's.
Yeah. However you like to say it.
But everybody, I'm sure most people would know Halloween Quaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
and you got some
digital haul. So I went on to Etsy, of course, because, that's what we do.
That's where I got mine from. I bought the digital pattern. You can buy the physical pattern of Halloween Quaker, but I bought the digital one because it suits me to be able to put it into markup a lot easier than having to scan it myself.
I think now that I'm more preferring digital patterns now too because of markup.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah. And because obviously we count our stitches and we mark them off. And
it depends how you work. Some people prefer a paper pattern. They make a working copy and highlight it or whatever, and then they may not be counting stitches and things like
exactly.
that. So
different folks for different strokes, or different strokes for different folks.
Yep, that too.
Words are hard today.
It's a day ending in Y.
I tell you. If only you knew. Okay, so I went on to Etsy and I bought from the Etsy store called Cross Stitch Traveller, and she had a sale on, and I was like, I can't pass up a really, really good sale. So I got these ones. If you see me talking to myself, move along. We are having a team meeting. I'm going to read them out like I think that they're supposed to be said. So, this one does have a swear word in it. So I just want to pre-warn you. And here we go again. I mean, good morning. So I guess that's on a day that's not so great when you wake up. No crisis allowed this week. My schedule is already full.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sounds like me.
Book in for next month.
No, never.
Let's take a rain check.
Permanent one.
Sounds good to me. My housekeeping style is best described as there appears to have been a struggle.
I haven't seen these yet. So.
Yeah, no, this is the first time Kylie's seeing them and hearing them.
Yeah, so it's quite funny.
There's another one. Excuse me while I roll my eyes. I'm like, yep, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is, being an adult is so dumb. Where do I resign?
I want to know that too.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Please accept my resignation.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
She believed she could, so she did.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the last little one is two little elephants, and the back one sort of has like a triangular patchwork kind of design, and then a negative space for the little elephant inside. So
very cute.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, when I saw those funny ones, I was just like, oh my god, there's so many good funny ones that she's got on there. But I'm like, no, bro, you know, just let's just get a couple.
Yeah.
So that's what we ended up with. So yeah, that's my diddle wall.
That's a lot. Alrighty. So we've been watching some Flosstube. I have now caught up with all of the Flosstubes from Cross Stitch the Globe.
Good job. I'm impressed.
So I had to watch a lot of it with my AirPods while doing other jobs, or while the kids were watching TV and I was watching it on my phone or my iPad.
Multitasking at its finest.
Yes, absolutely, because sometimes it's the only way I get to do things. So it's either that or I don't get to watch anything I want, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
So I finally caught all of these up. So yeah.
Good job. I haven't caught all of them up yet.
Yeah.
But there is still time.
Yeah, plenty of time. So they're the only one I've been watching. Okay. So is there anyone you have been watching you would like to mention?
I would like to mention 3 Flosstubers this time. First one is Fibers and Floss Canada, and they came out with a new Flosstube a few days ago now, and it was all about how to start a mirabilia pattern.
Yes, I need to watch that.
So they were talking about you know, how to pick your fabrics and your floss and your pattern and you know, the beads and treasures and metallic threads and all the rest. And I found it really, really interesting because I haven't done one as yet.
No, me neither. But we did buy some when we went to the D-Stash market. So
kind of feel like I'm maybe slowly edging into it with Cinderella because she does have the metallic threads. She does have the beads and the treasures. So I found that one really, really interesting. So if you want to, if you've never done a mirabilia before, or Nora Core, because they were talking about her as well, because you know it's related kind of thing. Go over to them.
Nora Corbett designs the mirabilias.
Yes, yeah,
so,
yeah. And so Fibers and Floss Canada.
So we'll link them down below.
Yes, and that particular episode had featured the Hugo Stitcher, I think is how you pronounce it. And the 2 ladies got together and did it together, and they're going to do another one shortly as well. The second one is Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. Now, these 2 ladies are an absolute hoot. Like, I laugh, carry on, I rewind it, I laugh again. If you haven't checked out Pam and Steph on Just Keep Stitching, do yourself a favour and go and check them out.
That too.
Yep, they're American ladies. And Steph works at one of the local needlework shops, and her and her mum run StitchCon. Over in America. Yeah. And then the third one is a young English girl, and her name is Leah, and she's just had a birthday, and I've been following her for a little while, so her birthday and my birthday are very close to each other.
Right.
And she brings out Flosstubes, and then every second one she does a flip through of magazines.
Right.
So she goes through the World of Cross Stitching magazine and Cross Stitcher magazine. And they're 2 cross stitching magazines that I like to read, purchase, you know, all that sort of stuff. And so she does like a flip through of what they are, and she gives her opinion on what the designs are and how long they would take, and if they're easy, if she likes them, if she doesn't like them, you know, all the things. And I feel that it's very quite honest. Like, she doesn't just say she likes everything for the sake of liking everything, you know. So I do like watching Leah. So happy birthday, Leah, by the way. And they're the 3 that I would probably suggest you check out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers everything for today. If you've gotten this far, thank you for watching, and please remember to like, subscribe, share us with your friends, leave us a comment, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're working on.
Yep.
What your plans are.
If you're doing any sort of mania, let us know.
Let us know. We'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. So until next time.
Stay crafty. Bye.